Hi guys! So let's do our daily energy clearing. My name is Lindsay and I do healings for twin flames and light workers. So make sure to subscribe if you like more of these types of healing videos, and please give this video a thumbs up. Okay, so this week's healing was about twin flame shadow work and shadow healing. So in this video, we're going to be doing some of that. But I wanted to talk about this week's healing, which you can purchase in the healing shop. The link is below. It is 55 minutes long. Actually, exactly, it was 55 minutes and 33 seconds long. So very good, very long, very detailed. The intention for the healing was shadow work and shadow healing for you, your twin flame, between you and your twin flame, your loved ones, your soul group, ancestors, the entire collective, and beyond. So really going far out and very, very, very deep. The reason why I was guided to do shadow work as the theme for this week is because a lot of times we can be operating on like limiting beliefs and traumas and fear without realizing it, and it will definitely impact and affect our lives, right? Our health, our happiness, and also it can definitely affect twin flame union, right? So very important to work on our shadow side. Also, another thing that's really important about working on the shadow side is that you can only go as high as you go low, right? So if you ignore like all the lower level things such as like anger and shame and self-sabotaging and all of those things, and you just try to go higher and higher, you're gonna get stuck. And that's usually when we start to feel really frustrated and feel like, why can't I move forward no matter how hard I try? It's usually because we have to go down and go in the deep, deep places, clear that up, and then we can go back up and we'll be able to go even higher than ever before. And it's just amazing. And you know, life is like that, right? We go through these cycles, we go down, we revisit some things, and we work on those things, and then we go up higher and higher in vibration and consciousness and awareness. So yeah, this healing is definitely going to help you with that. Also, a lot of negative and like fear-based energies, it can be built up for many, many lifetimes from our ancestors. Like we took it on so that we can clear and heal it and stop the cycle once and for all. So like as light workers and twin flames, a lot of times we take on a lot of this stuff so that we can clear and heal it for our ancestors and for the entire world, right? The entire collective. We also can pick up negative and fear-based energies from society as well. So societal beliefs that have been passed on. So we work on all of that, clearing those things. So yeah, so specifically, I can't speak. Specifically, the first thing that we work on is anger, rage, and hate, and all of those like lower energies. So anger, rage, and hate towards God. A lot of times you can have lots of built up negative energies towards God for many, many lifetimes, and that can definitely impact our ability to receive love, to feel worthy and deserving, and to receive all the goodness that life has for us, right? So very important to clear the connections between you and God or source or universe, whatever it is that you resonate with. We also clear anger and rage and hate towards yourself, because that's also important. A lot of times we carry that energies with us for many lifetimes, right? If we're still beating ourselves up from like 500 lifetimes ago when we made a bad choice or a bad decision and things didn't turn out the way we wanted, you can still be beating yourself up, and that can manifest in this lifetime as lots of challenges, suffering, even illness, right? If you have many layers of anger and rage, it can manifest into physical illness as well. So it's really important to clear these types of things out. We also clear the anger and rage and hate towards your twin flame, because our twin flame is like the closest towards God, right? So it's like God and then us, and then right next to God is our twin flame in the energy tree, if you want to call it that. Okay, so we clear that. We clear the things between you and your twin flame. Then we also do the same thing between you and your loved ones and other really close soul connection, so like your soul family, your soul group, we clear that as well, because the people closest to us can impact us the most, right? So that's what we worked on in this session. We also clear anger, rage, and hate towards humanity, towards the planet, towards the world, because a lot of times light workers have a hard time being here on the planet, especially like seeing all the violence in the world, all the sadness, all the suffering, seeing people hurt each other, harm each other, right, kill each other. It can be very painful, and taking that on and being such an innocent soul and seeing those things, it can develop lots of anger and hate. Because anger and hate also stems from feeling helpless. So when we see all these violent things, you can feel helpless, right? And it can manifest towards anger and rage and hate. So we work on clearing that stuff up so that you can feel back into your power, feel really good, and you can start to know that when you shift things within you, it starts to shift things in the world as well. So bringing the power back to you is really, really important. So that's what we work on. Also bringing back the parts of you that don't like being here on the planet so that you can be more grounded and more in your power as well. And then we also work on clearing, again, more hate and hurt and trauma between you and your twin flame as well, because that's really important. Since I know a lot of people are wanting a more connection and union with your twin flame. So we definitely work on that. What else do we do? Yeah, so for each aspect, as things come up, right? Different things come up, so we clear cords as necessary, we clear dark energies and entities as necessary, because those things like to attach to the dark, heavy energies. We clear curses, and as we continue going deeper in the layers. What else do we do? Next, we clear programs of jealousy, envy, comparison, competition, those types of energies. So that type of stuff between you and your friends or family or loved ones. Also with people like on social media. So for example, you see someone like super successful and you feel jealous of them, even if there's like a tiny part of you that feels jealous, right? Even though you feel so good and happy and you feel great about it, but even if there's like 1%, 1% of you that you might not even be aware of that feels that feeling of like envy or jealousy, we work on clearing that up so that you can be really much more in your heart and feel really the actual really authentic love, and that's just going to help with the energy flow, right? So we do that. We also clear like the competition energies and the need to like battle your twin flame, because that's really important. A lot of times we have so many lifetimes with your twin flame that can develop in like competition energies and wanting to like outdo one another or battle one another. So we cleared that up as well. Very important. We upgrade you to having a more positive mindset and clearing limiting mindsets of jealousy, lack, and fear. So it's still about the jealousy programmings and things like that. So we upgrade to successful mindset and the abundance mindset. So really important. Then we work on shame and guilt, because that is also in the shadows. Shame and guilt for feeling bad. So a lot of times, you know, feeling these feelings or having these negative thoughts about ourselves or about other people, it can cause us to feel bad, right? Because we don't want to actually feel that way. Anything that's not in alignment of love can make us feel really horrible. And so sometimes we want to push it under the surface, right? And that's how it goes into the shadows, because we didn't deal with it either earlier in childhood or many, many lifetimes ago, and it can continue building up. And if we don't work on clearing it out, it can definitely cause issues. And it can cause you to act in certain ways that are not in alignment to love, right? So that's why we are doing this healing. We also clear blocks to giving and receiving so that you can have a healthy energy flow. There was a lot of resistance that came up in this session to being more open to receiving. So parts of you just did not want to open up to love. So we worked on that and opened the heart up more to receiving. So that was good. Also clearing self-sabotage and self-punishment. So that stuff's really big in the shadow areas. We work on different aspects of self-punishment and self-sabotage, because there's just so many layers you can work through, right? one of the big ones is like not feeling worthy of love or not feeling worthy of happiness. So we work on that and several other things. We also work on self-sabotaging when it comes to your physical health. But sometimes we can actually sabotage ourselves in manifesting sickness or illness so that we cannot focus on our mission, what we came here to do in this world, and allowing ourselves to truly be happy, right? Because if we have to focus on our health and get sick all the time, then that's going to definitely keep us from being happy. So that's a big pattern for a lot of people. I used to have that, like a really big pattern when I was younger. I would get sick all the time. So after I worked on that, cleared that up, it's been way better. So yeah, a lot of people have that. Oh yeah, another thing, we work on clearing self-sabotaging from your loved ones. So parts of you that want your loved ones to block you and sabotage you in like success or love or even with your twin flame, we clear that up as well. We also clear the patterns of manipulation and control because that's also in the shadow. I'm talking a lot, so I'm trying to talk faster. Clearing patterns of manipulation and control is super important because we can totally sabotage ourselves if we are operating in that fear-based energy, right? So you want to clear that out, that need to try to manipulate or control people or control outcome, even with your twin flame. So we work on that from the twin flame perspective, trying to control your twin flame to react a certain way or respond to your text messages or whatever it is. We work on those patterns so you can come more from a place of empowerment and love, right? You want to come from that place, not from fear and desperation and scarcity and things like that. So we upgrade you also to trust and faith and clearing the blocks to trust and faith. So important. Trusting and faith and allowing, right? So we also work on clearing victim programming because that is also huge in the shadow part. The parts of you that want to be a victim, want to blame other people and not take responsibility for yourself and for your life. Also parts of you that are feeling hopeless and weak and helpless, feeling like you have no control in your life. So we do that, clear that up, upgrade, and call in your power again. And then we also heal and transform the darkest parts of you, the parts of you that you don't want to look at. So, for example, parts of you that maybe in other lifetimes you killed someone or you hurt someone, you killed your twin flame, you were like a serial killer, you were like the dark stuff. So maybe you were in war and you killed hundreds of people, like the parts of you that had very, very severe trauma, or you hurt a lot of people and you're still holding on to the guilt and the shame and not forgiving yourself. So we work on all of that, forgiveness and whatnot. This is really important because when you can clear those stuff out, oh my God, you'll feel so much better. You'll be able to really move forward in this lifetime because you're not holding yourself back anymore with the guilt and the shame and the fear. We also do clearing on your ego and your inner critic. So that's also very important, right? The ego can block us, and inner critic, beating yourself up all the time, that's not healthy. So we work on that. And also we do more twin flame healings. So clearing the energies between you and your twin flame. Any reason to hurt or harm one another or trigger patterns of darkness, that's not in the highest good, because sometimes twin flames, we do trigger one another so that we can grow, right? But we don't want to do it in a way that is just to suffer, right? So if you have programming just to suffer, or you have curses or dark energies between the two of you, so we work on clearing all of that up. Then we raise your vibration up, it was already raising up this whole time, but we raise it up at the end. And also for your twin flame, your loved ones, etc. We raise the energy vibration between the two of you, and then we call in all the infinite love and infinite life, filling you up, filling the both of you up. I think also we did upgrades on your energy fields, energy centers, so you can hold more light. You'll be expanded more to allowing bigger and bigger levels of love and light, which is important to attract the big abundance and love that's meant for you. We also create more harmonious energies between you and your twin flame. as well as your spirit team, your guides and your angels and your twin flames ones, because that's important too, because you want them all to be working together in cooperation and harmony, and clearing anything else in the way of harmonious, unconditional love union. That was a lot, but it's 55 minutes long, so if you want that healing, you can check it out. The link is below and you can get it. I know that was so much talking, but it was really important, I felt, to go over everything so you know, even if you don't get the healing, at least you'll know, like, these are the main things. These are huge things that can really impact your life. So having awareness is good, and if you want to take it the next step further and actually clear it all out and heal and start feeling amazing, then yes, get it. Links below. Okay, so now we're going to do healing, though. We're going to do general clearing on shadow, your shadow side, and your twin flame shadow side, okay? So you're going to call in God, angels, universe, and the highest beings of infinite love and infinite light, and allow this healing to go out to you, your twin flame, your loved ones, the entire collective, and beyond this or something better, the highest good and highest good of all. So let's tune in, okay? Let's tune into your shadow side. The dark parts of you that you would rather avoid and don't want to look at. The parts of you that you just like shoved under the surface. It could be from many lifetimes ago, and you shoved it under there because it was just too painful, it was too dark, it was too hard, it was too scary, it was too uncomfortable, whatever it was. Let's bring that up. We're bringing that up to the surface with love, and we're going to light it up, okay? Lighting it up. So healing doesn't have to always be serious. Like right now, we're doing really dark, we're working on the dark stuff, but this is going to be very powerful. So it doesn't have to be like so serious. Especially also, if you're so serious all the time, that actually lowers the, that actually, how do I explain it? When you can see things from a higher perspective, from the lightness and the joy, you actually heal and transform much quicker and much faster. So that's another big benefit from doing it from a high perspective, from instead of going in there and then like taking on that energy, you can come from the high level and then bring it up. That's way more effective, way more powerful. Okay, so you're sending love to the dark parts of you, feeling all this guilt and shame and this anger and even like disgust, like feeling so disgusted at yourself for whatever it is that you felt you did in this lifetime too, and other lifetimes, still holding it against you. So just sending love, sending in the vibration of forgiveness, compassion, understanding, and awareness, so we can release and let this go once and for all. We're also doing this for your twin flame. Anything else, anything that they're holding on to, that they're ready to release and shift, upgrade, transform, etc. Oh, your twin flame feels so happy that you're doing this. Like, I just feel this like super strong sense of gratitude and so much love for you. It's just so, it feels so good. So as you're letting this stuff go, right, you can feel more and more of their love and your in your heart and your, it's just nice. So this is good. And then also going to clear stuff up between the two of you. So any anger, any hurt, any sadness, anything that's ready to be shifted, cleared, healed, released right now, we're going to let it go. Sending in vibrations of forgiveness and compassion. So I'm feeling you need a lot more compassion energy. So let's just call that in. You can call in the angels of compassion. They're very high vibrational. Feels good. Also, let's call in Kuan Yin, so if you're open to that. Also, if you're open to this healing, I forgot to say to please comment below you're open to receiving. Feels good. So let's send love. Feels good. Kuan Yin, just sending love and soothing your hurt, your sadness, the pain between the two of you. So I'm feeling like a lot of misunderstandings. So it's just been built up, the energies from many lifetimes, and then it kind of it manifested into this lifetime as like confusion and misunderstanding. So I'm seeing like a lot of twin flames, they want to be together, but then all this stuff, right, the dark energies, the shadow stuff, all the things that we didn't deal with, it's what's keeping you apart. So as you work through healing those things, you're going to be able to come more and more fully into harmonious, be a lot more harmonious in your union. So that's why it's very important to work on the shadow stuff. So sending love. So just take a moment to tune in, see how you're feeling. I'm seeing lots of love coming through between the two of you, and just lots of forgiveness and parts of you reuniting and forgiving one another. So it feels good and it looks good. So yeah, definitely, if you want more, go much, much deeper. Please get the healing in the healing shop, links below. It's going to benefit so much for not just you, but for your twin flame and also your loved ones, your family. So yeah, if you're guided to do that, definitely check it out. I'm just seeing if there's anything else. Oh yes, so question of the day is what is the most uncomfortable feeling for you? It's a really interesting question. So what feeling do you really don't like to feel? It could be like anger or like sadness, whatever it is. If you want to share below, I'm very interested to hearing what you have to say. And of course, if you want to work on with me and get like a personalized session, I also do that as well. So all the information is below, and we can work on all sorts of things like twin flame related, light worker related, empath related, whatever it is that's going on in your life. We can work through it in an energy perspective and really help you to raise your vibration, clear blocks, and anything like that that just help you to feel really good and get your energies nice and flowing again. So let me know, and I thank you so much for watching this video, and yeah, just being here and you're sharing your energy, being in this present moment. You're doing so much, so just thank you so much and sending you so much love. Bye.